If you're like me, there's not a day that goes by when you're not looking for something delicious to have with your cup of tea or coffee in the afternoon. I find best for me is if I make those little goodies myself, because then I can control exactly what goes into them. I also have a horde of hungry grandchildren who need to be fed, so keeping some healthy muffins on hand is vital. Anyhow, these muffins I tend to make in the cooler months because they include carrots, pecans or walnuts, grated apple, and some coconut and raisins. You can see there's everything in there. I think originally they were called Morning Glory muffins. I'm not exactly sure, but I find them absolutely delicious. So you can see it was very easy to put together. You mix the flour and the baking soda and salt, and then you mix the other, all the fruits and the nuts, and then finally your eggs and oil, little vanilla, and comes together. Now, when I bake muffins that have a lot of fruit content, I have to say that I really prefer the results when I use traditional bake rather than convection. So remember, traditional bake is when you use the heating mode where the heat comes from the top and bottom in the oven. Now, why do we use that mode when we're making muffins? Because traditional bake is a drying mode. And you can see we have a wet batter and we need to dry it out. I just find that sometimes when I'm baking with fruit, if I use convection, because there's more moisture retention with convection cooking, the batter might not be quite dry enough. So here are our delicious afternoon tea muffins, and going in the traditional bake mode. And we'll set the timer for 15 minutes. It's usually 15 to 18 minutes, so we'll start with 15 and test them. Now the great thing about these muffins is they freeze well. So it does make about 18, this recipe. So freeze the extras. You'll always have something good on hand. And remember, use regular bake at the recipe temperature of 350, and you'll be so pleased. They are a great treat.